Gonna ride them like a stallion.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Chat and Chat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we're watching Kalki. This is part 3. So if you haven't watched part 1 or part 2, then you can go check them out. I put the links to them in the description below this video, as well as the link to the Hindi dub version. So if you are interested in that and not the original, then you can go check it out at your leisure. And if you guys are just joining us, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you like this video and you want to see more videos like these, then be sure to also turn on all notifications by clicking the bell icon and upvote this video by slapping the like button. Wow. He's good. Stick with this guy. You're gonna be safe.
Exactly ఏం జరుగుతుంది
మనం తలకిందులుగా వెళ్తున్నాం
ఎవరు జైంట్ మ్యాన్
యాంగ్రీ జాయింట్ మ్యాన్
Angry giant.
బుజ్జి కాంప్లెక్స్ గేట్లు ఓపెన్ చేసుకోమను నేను వస్తున్నా
Oh.
కాంప్లెక్స్ లో గుడ్డు ప్లేట్ నిండా ఫుడ్
This guy's got some good dance moves.
అమ్మో కాంప్లెక్స్ పాప బై
He's like, this is strange magic.
Ow. Ow.
Good.
Ow. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. It hurts. I'm sorry.
Complex. Oh, Buji.
బుజ్జి వచ్చేసింది ముసలోడా
Oh no. Yeah. Don't kill Buji.
Ooh, Buji got a little overconfident.
Dude, he could probably lift that whole thing up himself. I'm pretty sure. And isn't the whole thing that he can't die?
Yeah. That kind of defeats this whole thing.
Dude, he's too strong, man. It's not gonna work. You just cut
It'll
his
be-
losses and run.
Yeah.
ఆల్మోస్ట్ పట్టేసుకున్నాం ఇవాడో ముసలోడు 8 ఫీట్ అంట ఎంత షూట్ చేసినా తనకేం కాలేదు
తన నుదుటి మీద ఒక మణి
Oh, how does he know about that?
అంత లోపల ఆ బిడ్డ పుట్టకపోతే మళ్ళీ ఇంకో 6000 సంవత్సరాల వరకు ఆ నక్షత్రం రాదు దీన్ని ఎలాగైనా ఆపి తీరాలి
Camouflage.
వీరన్ ఇతను ఎవరు?
తెలియదు, కానీ మన శత్రు మాత్రం కాదు.
And you definitely want him on your side.
ఇక్కడికి ఎందుకు తీసుకొచ్చావు? 5 మిలియన్ బౌంటీ పెట్టారు ఈమె మీద.
5 million, okay.
అమ్మ వచ్చింది, దేవుడిని కనడానికి తన పుట్టింటికి వచ్చింది. శంబాలాకి చెప్పు.
ఏయ్ ఆపు ఆపు, పుట్టేది దేవుడు అనడానికి ఏంటి సాక్ష్యం?
Oh. First time it's rained probably in ages. So this is like the last like salvation of humanity trying to survive here.
Yeah,
You got people of every kind of region, race, religion.
నిన్ను వెతికిన దిక్సూచి ఇక్కడే దొరికింది. అక్కడే చెట్టు పుట్టింది. అలా చెట్టు చుట్టూ శంబాల ప్రాణం పోసుకుంది. ఆ ప్రాణం పోతుంది అనుకునే లోపు నువ్వు వచ్చావు. ఇంకా అంతా మంచే జరుగుతుంది.
Then there's the ominous music in the
Yeah,
background.
just a
like,
little bit.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
true.
Bhairava, you are blacklisted. Units ani seize chestunam. You are permanently banned from the complex.
Pretty harsh, but I guess it's better than dying.
ఇన్ని రోజులు కాంప్లెక్స్కి వెళ్ళడానికి చాలా ఫైట్ చేశా, అంతా అయిపోయింది.
He's got to go through that whole phases of depression to get over that his dreams are shattered now.
నువ్వు ఇలా ఇక్కడ ఉండకూడదు, నాతో రా, శంబాలాకి వెళ్దాం.
ఆయన నన్ను లోపలికి తీసుకెళ్తా.
అరే నేను చెప్తా కదా, నాలాంటి ఎంతమందికి నువ్వు అక్కడ హీరో తెలుసా? మా సైడ్ వచ్చే భైరవా, ఇంకేం ఆలోచించకు, పదా.
పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే నేను ఒక్కడినే ఆ అమ్మాయిని తీసుకురాగలను.
అంత ష్యూరా?
రికార్డ్స్ చూసుకో, ఇంతవరకు ఒక్క ఫైట్ కూడా ఓడిపోలేదు. ఇది కూడా ఓడిపోను.
సరే, ఒక్క ఛాన్స్ ఇస్తా. నువ్వు అమ్మాయిని తీసుకొస్తే నేనే చేయి పట్టుకుని మరి కాంప్లెక్స్లోకి తీసుకెళ్తా.
He's just
Out for him, so obsessed with the vision of what he thinks his life. I mean, he's going to get something, and he's going to find out the complex isn't the beauty, the treasure that he thinks he deserves.
like what their real mission and goal is.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole reason the world is so horrible is because they're sucking all the life out of it.
Exactly.
నా పురాతన యుద్ధంలోని అస్త్రం.
అయితే చెప్పండి, మీ యుద్ధం ఎలా ఉండింది? ఇప్పటికన్నా డిప్రెసింగ్గా ఉండేదా? చాలామంది చనిపోయారా?
Yeah.
లేదు, నేను ఓడిపోయాను.
There's the bow.
ఉండేవాడు ఇంకా యాతడు.
అర్జునుడి కంటే పవర్ఫుల్లా?
అవును, అతను నా సోదరుడు.
ఏమైంది అతనికి?
ఇది ఈ అస్త్రం అతనిదే. అర్జునుడి గాంధీవం కంటే చాలా శక్తివంతమైనది.
అయితే మరి దీన్ని మీరెందుకు యూజ్ చేయరు?
ఇది అతని చేతిలో నాపై పనిచేస్తుంది. అతను లేడంటే ఈ అస్త్రానికి శక్తి కూడా ఉండదు.
But carries sentimental value.
గన్ నా చేతుల్లోనే ఉంది. షూట్ చేసుంటే ఖైరా ఇంకా బ్రతికే ఉండేది.
నువ్వు ప్రాణం ఇవ్వడానికి పుట్టావమ్మా, తీరేమో.
అసలు ఏం మాట్లాడుతున్నారు? ఇంకా తొలి ఊపిరి కూడా తీసుకొని ఈ బిడ్డ కోసం ఇంకా ఎంతమంది చనిపోవాలి?
ప్రతి చావుకి ఒక పరమార్థం ఉంటుంది. ఈ బిడ్డలో ఒకరికి.
It's a cool little cloaking gate.
లుక్, నువ్వా?
రిలాక్స్ గైస్,
ఇతనెవరు?
ఇది భైరవా, ఈజ్ ఎ గ్రేట్ ఫైటర్. ఇప్పుడు మన సైడ్ వచ్చేసాడు.
వీరన్కి తెలుసా?
ఇప్పుడు వీరేన్ దగ్గరికి తీసుకెళ్తున్నా.
మరియం చెప్పింది కదా, అమ్మ వచ్చింది.
ఎక్కడా?
చెట్టు దగ్గర.
వాన పడింది, అమ్మ వచ్చింది, ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు కూడా వచ్చావు. చూసావా భైరవ, అంతా మారుతుంది.
I mean, being here, can't he see that this could be his place? I guess a lifetime of being hell-bent.
మనం వెళ్ళాలి తల్లి.
It's tunnel vision.
ఇక్కడుంటే ప్రమాదం.
Well, he was raised that way too.
Oh, sneaky. They're kind of like Star-Lord boots.
A little bit.
Oh, that had to hurt. Bougie.
I don't think it was that easy. Just throw Mbuji over the bridge.
He led them
Yeah,
right
he
to...
led them right to it. He wasn't ever going to get into the complex. They just used him to get there.
Was that part of his plan, do you think, to lead them there?
No, not his. He just is foolish enough to believe that they were going to let him do the bounty hunting, right? Yeah, the bounty hunting.
They brought the whole fleet, and he goes personally.
Yes, నేనే గెలిచా.
I don't think so, dude.
I don't think so. And over the bridge you go.
It's a pretty strong force field. No, it's... All right, it's over. Like a sonic cannon? Oh, yeah. I guess electromagnetic pulse cannon. Some of the ideas for these tech weapons are actually really cool. Dude, you could be the coolest hero, but yet you refuse to.
You refuse to be your better self.
And you're gonna get bougie broken. Oh, so like a power core?
Yeah.
It's like, dang man.
He's gonna tie him up.
Uh-oh.
He just doesn't realize he's fighting the wrong fight.
When's that baby supposed to come? Wow. That's a cool weapon.
ఏం చేస్తున్నావు అసలు ఎందుకు దిగావు గరుడ 1
Oh, she got out.
Yeah, she got out.
Oh.
It's a good thing.
Oh, she's still alive.
She got him.
Ooh, that's gonna leave a nasty scar across his face.
Someone's gonna catch her.
Yeah. Oh. And then he's little, what do they call those chain monkeys?
Chain of monkeys, yes.
Monkey in a barrel.
Monkey in a barrel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't played. Oh, he's gonna grab the staff and it's his brother.
Oh, like a reincarnation of his brother? Is it really strong enough to hold him?
Don't shush me.
నిన్ను ఇక్కడే చంపాలి కానీ నిన్ను నీ బిడ్డని సుప్రీం స్వయంగా చంపుతాడంట.
And now Bhairava isn't going to get his reward, right?
Yeah, but maybe he can enlist him now.
Oh. Lit the tree on fire. Oh, you're right. What? Like a boomerang. Oh, always gotta get those goosebump moments, dude.
Cool. Here, let me just throw this toy ball back at you. Gonna ride them like a stallion.
ఆలస్యమైందా ఆచార్యపుత్ర.
Oh, he's not like standing like a chariot. It's like, brother? Oh, that was a little overkill.
Just a little.
I mean,
does he know who he is now? And
maybe?
I don't know. Is he going to rescue her, or is he still this?
With that power, he could just bust himself into the complex and live
say,
there.
I'm here. It's my joy.
Watch him just calmly walk off. Yep.
It's way Studley.
ఉచి ముసలి టైం అయిపోయాడు. పర్వతం.
Yeah, he didn't know.
He
like
didn't
during
know
there,
who he
like,
was.
What? Don't know where it'll take you. Like, time travel?
అశ్వత్థామ తలరాతలు రాసే బ్రహ్మ చేసిన కాండివం ఇది దీనిని ఎవ్వరూ అడ్డుకోలేరు
ఆలస్యమైందా ఆచార్యపుత్ర
లేదు సరైన సమయానికి వచ్చావు సోదరా
Oh, it's like a bow staff.
చూసావా కేశవ తను నాకు సమానుడా వాడిని అడ్డుకొని మన రథం కేవలం 2 అడుగులు వెనక్కి వెళ్ళింది నా అస్త్రానికి తన రథం 10 అడుగులు వెనక్కి వెళ్ళింది
నీ రథం అగ్నిదేవుని వరం కాపాడుతున్నది జెండాపై కపిరాజు
అంజని పుత్ర పవన సుతనామ
నడుపుతున్నది ములోకాలు నడిపించే నేను ఆయన 2 అడుగులు వెనక్కి తోసాడంటే ఆలోచించు అర్జున తను సామాన్య యోధుడు కాదు తన కళ్ళల్లో సూర్యుని తేజస్సు తన చేతిలో ఓటమి ఎరుగని విజయ ధనుస్సు
Oh, wow.
తన పేరు చరిత్ర మర్చిపోదు సూర్యపుత్ర వైకర్తన
Whew.
So we're at the end?
మోసిన అమ్మ
No.
ల్యాబ్స్ నుంచి తప్పించుకుంది ఇది తన నుంచి ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసిన ఒక డ్రాప్
But one drop of God essence is probably going to be enough. Oh God, that's like horror movie, man. Since he took the essence, you think he'll be able to pick the bow
He
up?
might, yeah, I think so.
ఒక్క చుక్కకే ఇంత పవరా ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైంది సుబ్రు నేను వెళ్ళి అమ్మాయిని తీసుకొస్తా
వద్దు నేనే వెళ్తా
Well, she's actually on her way to you right now.
జగన్నాథ రథ చక్రాలు వస్తున్నాయి వస్తున్నాయి
Wow.
రథ చక్ర ప్రళయ ఘోష భూమార్గం పట్టిస్తాను భూకంపం పుట్టిస్తాను భూకంపం
I love those arms, extra arms
Yeah.
that those things turned into. That was some major world building.
And world destruction too.
Yeah.
Sambala, they destroyed Sambala, and that's not good, and all those people lost their lives. But it's definitely a saga of good and bad, and what's right and what's wrong, and so many other symbolisms in terms of, you know, destroying the planet that we live on, and you know, the haves, the have-nots, evil power, sucking things dry, and we went through it the whole way. Didn't leave at all. Didn't do an intermission. So
Right, yeah.
it's an intense one for sure,
Yeah.
and lots of intertwining stories. I like it. All the different elements of the various characters. We're getting background to all of them, and I like that.
Yeah.
Which means that we'll continue to see that in the next part. Really
So,
good.
what would you rate it?
I'm going to give it a 9.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot to absorb. There's a lot of story that I don't know all of the interrelations, and as they tell the stories, it starts to click in my head. But yeah, I like that because there's an interesting mix of modern and ancient that I like. It's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, for sure. I like Amitabh Bachchan's character because he is that ancient, and he put himself away for so long
Yes.
that when he comes out and he sees all the technology, it's just like, what? Like the look on his face when he saw all those illusions of Bhairava. And I'm just like, yeah, I guess that would be kind of
That
confusing.
would be kind of weird. You know,
And then
so-
when he's fighting himself, he's like, what is
Yeah.
going on with this
Yeah.
world, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to rate it an 8 because I like the world building. I thought it was overall a really good movie. The world building was really good. The story, I love the story. So I'm not knocking any points for the story or anything like that. But I think the Folly guys could have been a little better. Now, normally they do a lot of good work when they're handling like props and all that sort of stuff, is to give them like little noises and stuff like that to make them fit into the world. So I noticed like some of those guns, they just like almost sound like when they were just holding them and moving them, they almost sounded like they're made out of like cardboard or something, because there was no noise coming from them.
Yeah.
So those were some of the little things that took me out. And also the wire work was really not smooth.
Yeah, there was some that I was like,
And I'm a little shocked just because it's like, I've seen, you know, I've seen Salar and we've seen Bahubali, and I think in those movies they did a really good job in the wire work that made it really smooth, but this just was like linear, where if they got hit they'd go this way, then like it was just like, it was very clear that they were on wires, and it's just like, a movie that's trying to be on this caliber, I would have really hoped that they would try to smooth that out, whether in like post or get more takes of the practical wire work.
Yeah.
But all of that stuff aside, the story was fire. I loved it. And Amitabh Bachchan's character was really good. For an 80, I think he's like 82 or something.
Yeah.
And he is like still on fire. This guy is like...
And he's got great acting in that, just his look. Like he would give looks that I was like, oh, I would not want to be on the end of that look.
Ever since he first was in movies, he's always had that very strong look where he could just say so much just by like staring at you. You know, he has the very intense eyes he can have. And I was just reading this article about back in his heyday, like the young angry men, like young angry guys, you know, and all these stories about the young angry guys, and Amitabh Bachchan was the guy that encompassed that in the films.
But also he has that, I love when he was talking to her about how she was chosen. And that just really good.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry. But yeah, he was just really present, and he just really made her understand the specialness of who she was, and her role, her dharma. So yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I love Prabhas. I love him. I've loved him in all the other things that I've seen him in. But it was just maybe a little weird vibe here, because it was almost like on the edge, skirting the edge of like trying to be comedy, but then it was just...
There was a couple of places where it tried to be comical, and I was like, it's not hitting the mark. And I got it that it was supposed to be comic, but it was like, just bad timing.
But there were a lot that did work.
Yeah, there were.
And so I liked that, but then I just thought that was just a little weird in a couple of the situations. And I'm just trying to be honest. I still, guys, I still really like the movie. I'm giving it an 8, right?
Yeah.
But another thing is that normally, like when there's all this like fighting and going, like a lot of stuff going on, there's good like background music scores, and there were a lot of fights that were just like, it was just the sound of like grunting and like
exactly.
And then I was just like, this is kind of a little off-putting. I feel like I'm just like watching an awkward fight. Maybe some of the camera angles, like I don't know the cinematographer of this movie, but it just felt like, I don't know. I guess I'm used to seeing Prabhas in like, I forgot the cinematographer for Salar and Bahubali and KGF. KGF is another one, right? Is because those just like, I don't know, when those action sequence in those movies happened, like it was really intense. Like, and you felt it. Like while that fight was going on, you really felt the power. But here, I don't know, it just always felt like the power was a little bit forced, if it was due to the camera angles or the bad wire work. I don't know. But the fights felt a little forced. But I mean, overall, I love the story. I love, as you were saying, taking like a more modern and then the ancient and putting them together, especially when it comes with some of those weapons, because you can see it even in like the bow and all that sort of stuff. Is that it's like
even
really cool.
the whips that she had, it's like just like, oh wow, that's because sometimes, you know, we get in the tech thing and it's all about, you know, the pew pew pew, and you know, it's just like, okay, how many pew pew pews? Okay, so you got a bigger pew 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 than, you know, laser or whatever. But it's like this was really different, and so
The
it
whip
just
was cool.
yeah, the whips and you know, again, some of the spears, electrified spears, and other things like that, it just gives it a different feel for me, and I like that.
You know, you getting that twist at the end with him being his brother, and that when he touches the staff, it's going to light up. Because you know that, of course, if you were paying attention, that was a big story point, because he made a big point about saying, well, my brother is the biggest, strongest dude, but only for him will the staff light up.
Exactly.
Well, that's kind of the foreshadow, which you picked up on, and I guess that was in the back of your mind going through until like that scene, and you're like, yep.
Well,
this is
I was
what's
kind of
gonna
thinking, how are these two going to kiss and make up? Because if they're just all the time fighting, this is going to get, by the second movie, this is going to get really boring. And I'm like going, there's got to be a little twist here somewhere. And when he threw the staff and he threw it away, I was like, ooh, what's going to happen here? And then I was like, oh, it's over by him. Hey, he can pick it up. And then suddenly Shazam happens. And
Shazam!
Yeah.
Wrong universe.
I know.
Very interesting. This ended on a big cliffhanger, because it's
cliffhanger
like,
and kind of a bummer. You're kind of like, I want to know what's going on, because this is
is
not
a baby born. I
good.
want to see like little baby Kalki like running around and just like smashing through people, you know, like a really BA like baby Krishna style, you know. That would be fun. Maybe in part 2 we can see baby Kalki being born and then just like crushing it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I really liked the movie. I had to be honest to say that some of the things that I saw, and so I hope people appreciate the honesty, because you know, this is a really big, high-profile movie, and I did like it, but I wanted to say just a couple things that I saw where it could like get it to the top tier.
And definitely, this is a movie that I would watch again, because it definitely has that appeal for me to watch again, and it really is hooking for the rest.
For
So,
sure.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
All right, guys, will you tell us what you thought of the movie? Did it live up to the hype for you? Because it certainly did for us. And what rating would you give it? You know, let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, hitting that bell icon if you like these videos and you want to see more videos like these, then be sure to turn on all notifications and upvote the video by slapping the like button.